Hi everyone. This is going to be a slab cracking video. These are all the slabs that I plan on cracking. I may be leaving this one out just because it is a 10, although these are 10s as well, but I'm kind of on the fence about this one right now, so I'm probably going to leave this one out for cracking for now, and I will be focusing on these 5. Now these ones are 10s, but their value to me is more in having the card than the actual dollar amount. So I did have an English version of this card, and I actually traded Pokefun Boys, Wayne, my raw English version, and I picked up this slab, which was actually cheaper than the English raw version. So to me, cracking this slab, I'm not losing any money on. I don't see it that way, because if I were to get this in English, it would be a lot more expensive. So I'm going to be cracking this one to add to my collection. And then this one, I've come across a couple of them. When I got this one, it was actually quite a bit cheaper than a CGC 10. So to me, I'm not losing any value cracking this slab. And then of course, got a 9.5, which with CGC, if I were to resubmit it, it would be a 10, but I really like this artwork. I want it in my binder, and a Japanese version is cheaper than the English version, so I'm grabbing that one. And then of course these are 8s, which are about the value of raw cards, so I see no reason to keep them in the slabs. I'd rather have them in my binder. So we have our trusty tools right here. This is to divide the layers that are put together right here. So after we use this tool to break all the corners, we're going to slide this tool in between up through here, and we're going to separate this seam right here, and we're going to crack the slabs open. So it's been a couple months since I've done this, so I'm going to start with probably the cheapest one, which will be this one. And I can't wait to get these two out of the slabs. I just reorganized a couple binders and created some a binder that's half evolution, half alt art mixture. So I have an entire page dedicated to Sylveon, so these will be going straight into that spot. So for now, I'm going to put these off to the side. Oh, and I also have a bag to, when I am snipping these corners, I will be putting it inside this bag while I snip the corners so that the plastic doesn't go flying. So this one, not cracking today. When I've watched videos before of people cracking slabs, some of them do recommend like giving it a little twist, like to see if you can break that seam a little bit. So we'll see. Like you can kind of hear it squeaking. So you have that done. Now let's hope for the best, and hopefully I don't muck this up. So right there, put it inside the bag, crack it. As you can see, that corner cracked. Now these corners I'm not as worried about, just because they're up near the label. So as you can see, cracked. That one is not as nicely cracked as I would have liked. You want it close, but not too close to the actual card, so that when you crack this, you're opening up the empty space in between the two layers so that you can fit this small tool in between and separate those layers a little bit more. Now, did that do it? Let's see. Oh yeah, you can see it right there. See that there's a gap right there? So, you hear that? That's just me giving this a little twist. Now, want to be super gentle. But this tool is great. It's really slim. But as you can see, pop. Out comes this card. Now, they don't have this in a sleeve, which I find is very odd. You would think you would want to keep this in a sleeve to keep it protected inside the plastic, but I guess not. So that's one down. Give me 1 minute and I will grab some sleeves. Okay, I have grabbed a couple sleeves, enough for all of the cards. So there it is, safe and sound in a sleeve. I'll put that over there with that slab. And now I need to decide which slab next. I'm thinking, because we did the Sylveon and Gardevoir GX, we'll do the other Sylveon. So let's get cracking. Now this is a little bit different. As you can see, it's got this like faded look to it. So these slabs are a little bit different. So hopefully it's not too much of a difference when I'm cracking them. Yeah, there's a little bit of a gap in there. You can see it right there. So that's enough to get my tool in there. But it definitely feels different cracking this slab compared to the other CGC. It's not as easy. Definitely not as easy. But I could feel the separation. So yeah, there's a gap there. Like, it feels tougher yet more flimsy at the same time. It's hard to describe. But, and last corner. Okay. So you can hear that like double crack sound. It's like cracking through the two layers. So you can see a nice size hole right there. Cracks didn't get anywhere near the corners of the cards. So let's see how well this PSA separates compared to the CGC. So as you can see, I can almost pull it apart with my hands, but almost. Now this one seems, the consistency of the plastic is so much different. I'm making sure I'm not going anywhere near the card because obviously these cards are not in sleeves, so, which I don't like. I've seen other people open up these slabs and the cards are in like a perfect fit sleeves, but these ones, no. And this is a gorgeous card. Like, I don't know why it got an 8. Like, might be a little off center, a little thicker on the right on the back. but I don't see any whitening. It's a little thicker on the right compared to the left, but otherwise, like that's still within the 40-60. I don't get why this would be an 8. Unless there's some surface damage I just can't see. I don't know. It's strange. Another one down. And goodbye slab. Now I can feel the little bits of plastic from me cracking those slabs. The little bits go flying everywhere. There's a bunch inside this bag, just all these shards. Now, which one should I do next? I think I'd like to do the next GX. I like how these CGC slabs split apart. It feels a lot easier, which means a lot safer for the card. So into the bag we go. And see, that snapped so easily. There was no double cracking sound of it going through the 2 layers. It just snapped through like it was one layer. That's so much easier. And I'm not as worried about the card inside because it snaps. There's no crunching. It just breaks right off. So, and there we go. All the corners have been nicely removed. Oh, you can see it's already starting to crack. Give me one moment here. Just double checking something. Okay. Yeah. Oh, and I stabbed myself. Oh, better than the card. Oh well. I don't like that. I don't like how it's separating at that point. Maybe I can just very gently convince it to come out without damaging. Maybe, you know what? Because I don't like how this slab is coming apart. There we go. I'll put that there while I unpinch my fingers. That slab is done. Now let's take a look at this card. It looks quite nice. Of course, it got a CGC 10, as most Japanese cards do. Their quality is so good. But I love the look of this. I don't understand why this wasn't the alt art. And the alt art being the full art. Because this, I prefer this card over the alt art. Like, I think this one just looks so cool. Whereas the other one, kind of, the colors kind of look a little like faded, muddy. Like the lines are blurred together a little bit, and I'm not a big fan of that look. This one, like, just look at Gengar. Like, look at that smile. And Mimikyu sitting on his head like that. That is a beautiful artwork. Can't believe they didn't make that an alt art. Okay, now down to the last two. I think I'm gonna save the Rayquaza for last, and we'll do the Machamp. Put my tool there. We'll start at this one. Oh, look at that. Try and keep the plastic inside the bag. I don't want all this plastic around my house. Oh, see, that for some reason feels a little bit harder to snip. I don't know, maybe I got a different angle or something. Oh, that one broke right through. Like not terrible. Rather have it up near the label than by the card, so. And that one. Okay, let's see. Oh yeah, look at that. It snapped right there. Right near the corner of the card. Phew. Look at that. It just snapped right there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull this back very gently. I'm going to lift up this corner so that there's no undue pressure put onto that corner, which might force one of these edges down onto the card, which I do not want. Oh, this one's separating very nicely. Look at that. Beautiful. And again, no sleeve. I don't get it. Oh, this one got 9.5, so just shy of a 10 according to CGC, but that's beautiful. And you got, of course, another sleeve. And slide this in. And on to the big one. I know some of these alt arts have been kind of going nuts lately. And I know the Rayquaza VMAX has been jumping up there pretty high. That is a card I would like to end up getting my hands on at some point, but for now, I think this artwork is quite beautiful with this entire scene. So for now, I'm happy with this one. I do have several alt arts that I have my eye out for that I'm hoping to get very soon, but we'll see. We'll see. Things are always changing in life, so you just never know. See, I don't like that double crack. There's one crack and then there's another one right after. Like, it feels harder to cut through than the CGC, which I guess in a way that's good, because you don't want your slabs to come apart easily, because that opens up the door for more kind of fraudulent things. And yeah, just the thought of fake slabs floating around is kind of terrifying. Oh, this one's separating very nicely, which, like, look at that. Go down this way, make sure that this is separating nicely. Let's see if we can just pop this off. Ta-da! Beautiful. Oh, this was an 8. It is definitely a little thicker on the right over here. I don't see any surface issues. Let's check out the back. Definitely thicker on the bottom. And a little thicker on the right here too. So I guess that was, I don't know, is that enough to bring it down to an 8 or bring it down to a 9? I don't see anything wrong with it. It's like, I don't know. I guess it's the centering. I don't see anything else, and yeah, it is thicker on the bottom here too, so the centering is off by quite a bit. But would that be enough to drop it down 2 spots from a 10 to like an 8 to have that? So this is what we've got. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Well, thank you guys for joining me, and I hope you guys all have an amazing week, and we'll talk soon. Bye!